Smash that like button or bad luck haunts you. Trust me, this anime is a twisted roller coaster you do not want to miss out on. Let's dive in. Imagine a world where puberty hits differently, giving angsty teenagers superpowers for a limited time. Yuu uses his body-snatching powers to cheat his way through high school life. His sweet life crashes when now Tamori catches him and forces a transfer to a school for superpowered problem children. Together they tackle dark secrets, shady experiments, and a whole lot of unnecessary emotional trauma. Yuu is 15 and honestly, a total piece of trash with a personality that makes you want to punch him. He scams his way through absolutely everything. His dad went to buy milk and vanished into thin air forever. But hey, life isn't completely terrible for him. Despite abandonment issues, Yuu is surprisingly hot and fakes a charming smile well. Ladies love him, but that charm is completely fake news. He is a narcissistic brat manipulating everyone with his secret superpowers. This world has a super weird glitch. When puberty hits, some kids unlock supernatural abilities alongside acne, but the powers fade away once adulthood and depression kick in. Yuu always had a god complex, thinking he is significantly better than everyone else around him. Once he hit puberty, his superpower finally unlocked. He can hijack bodies, but the catch is he only gets 5 measly seconds to do it. During that time, his real body flops over like a dead fish. Time is up, and his brain snaps right back into his body. Yuu masters the art of body hopping and pushes boundaries. He tests it in sketchy ways, mostly to satisfy his gross teenage curiosity about exactly what it feels like to be inside a curvy woman. He also trolls people he hates. He forces them into brawls or just totally humiliates them. But mostly, he abuses this power at school. He cheats tests, scams teachers, and secures top grades with zero effort. This scam gets him into a fancy private school for gifted geniuses. He aces the entrance exam purely by cheating again. At the ceremony, he is chosen as freshman rep and delivers a total nonsense speech. Girls obsess over him, thinking he is a smart, handsome, perfect gentleman. Yuu gets invited out constantly, but rejects them all just to stroke his massive ego. He acts cold, but he actually does have feelings, specifically for Ayumi, the hottest girl in school. He decides to stalk Ayumi and her best friend. While they chat at a crosswalk, Yuu decides it is time to execute his plan. He hijacks the friend's body and sprints away fast within his 5-second window. Next, Yuu takes over a truck driver barreling down the street. He tries to flatten Ayumi. Before she gets ice-guyed, he returns to his body and tackles her, playing the hero card perfectly. The friend wakes up confused, asking if everyone is still alive and okay. Ayumi checks the driver, making sure nobody actually died. She thanks her fake savior and mentions they were heading to a cafe famous for pancakes before the near-death experience. She invites Yuu and he plays the shy, nice guy role to manipulate the entire situation. It works like a charm. The friend leaves, thinking Ayumi deserves a romantic moment with her new savior. They hit the cafe, destroy some pancakes, and have a long, surprisingly not awkward conversation together. Ayumi asks for a second date, and with a confident, fake smile, Yuu eagerly agrees to it. Next day, Ayumi texts him to meet up, but before he can leave, he gets dragged into an emergency meeting at the student council office. He arrives and meets the student council president. The prez says the higher-ups know he is sketchy, so he has to retake the entrance exam under investigation. If he fails or refuses, he gets kicked out immediately. Yuu pretends to be outraged, but realizes he is totally cornered here. He decides to steal the answers with his powers. Mid-exam, he possesses the president to find the answers. Surprise, the dude is not holding the test answers. He's holding a dirty magazine. Ugh. Yuu rips the magazine to shreds while piloting his body. Back in his own skin, the president is confused, terrified he destroyed something important. Yuu acts innocent. Yuu gaslights him, claiming he ripped the answer sheet. Suddenly, a blonde girl appears behind him, recording everything on a camera. This is Tamori, a student council president from another school, and she is wearing a massive, smug smirk of pure victory. She finally caught his lying butt. She plays a video where he looks asleep, proving his earlier story was total garbage. He really had his head down. She pulls up more receipts, showing him pulling the exact same stunt previously. Yuu tries to lie, claiming a medical condition makes him black out, and he can't control it. But she drops his medical report, proving no such illness actually exists. Yuu panics and bolts, sprinting past a glasses-wearing guy in the hallway. He flees the school and finds Ayumi waiting by the exit gate. He grabs her, screaming, "Run!" But he yanks her too hard and she falls, totally confused. The glasses guy from earlier appears, checking if Ayumi is actually okay. Meanwhile, Yuu keeps running for his life, turning a sharp corner. Suddenly, something smashes violently into the store behind him. Freaking out, he glances back before sprinting away even faster. Then another crash destroys a trash bin nearby. Panic sets in, he hits the riverbank trying to catch his breath. Across the road, that glasses guy is staring him down with zero chill. The guy sprints at him, leaping with full force. He grabs Yuu, clearing the entire river in one massive jump, landing on the other side. Yuu is speechless. The guy explains his power is called Charge, which sounds pretty basic. He runs super fast in one direction, but still hasn't figured out how the brakes work. Yuu thinks that power is trash and asks why they are chasing him. Tamori pops up, explaining he needs to transfer to their school until he hits adulthood. She explains that many people have powers, but they are just temporary glitches that will eventually fade away. Her school quarantines people like him to stop them from causing massive chaos with their abilities. He's stuck there until his powers completely vanish. She already got his legal guardian's approval. She even admits he is cute, but using powers to cheat is still pathetic. Yuu snaps and attacks her. She vanishes and beats him up effortlessly. He asks if she's invisible. Glasses Boy explains she only turns invisible to one specific person at a time, which is oddly specific. To everyone else, she is totally visible. Tamori adds that he is joining the student council, mandatory. His ability is perfect for hunting down other power users who abuse their gifts for evil. That night, Yuu goes home to his energetic little sister. Ayumi explains that their uncle secured them full scholarships to Hoshinami Academy, meaning they are both transferring schools immediately. She cooks a special dish just like their mom made. Yuu gets depressed, telling her to shut up because he still resents their mom for abandoning them after the divorce. Ayumi wishes things were different while discussing their broken family. She feels weird déjà vu about their family, but Yuu shuts it down, insisting it is just the two of them, so she needs to stop dreaming. Later, Ayumi ends the day looking at stars through her telescope. Yuu tells her to watch late-night TV instead of stargazing. It helps with making friends. Next morning, they move into the school dorms. Steve is thrilled to finally have a massive room. Later, Yuu meets his crush, the girl he obsessed over. He mentions the transfer, hinting heavily that he really wants to see her again, but she politely dumps him, leaving him completely stunned and rejected. Later, Tamori and the glasses guy help organize their room. They joke around, meet the sister, and help unpack everything. Tamori uses her powers to impress the little sister, and they really bond instantly. Once alone, the siblings eat dinner together. Yuu preps for day one at the new school. Ayumi packs lunch, drowning the eggs in pizza sauce because he used to love that weird combo. He hates it now, but he arrives at school anyway. He meets the crew and asks if everyone here is a mutant with special powers. Jijiro explains most kids are just waiting for their powers to finally kick in. Now drops a truth bomb about how power users used to get kidnapped. Scientists dragged them to labs for some truly horrific experiments. Thankfully, someone built this school to protect kids from becoming lab rats. Yuu tries to laugh it off like a jerk. Now shuts him down, revealing her own brother didn't survive the experiments. Yuu asks why he has to work for the student council outside school grounds. Now says they hunt down powered kids to hide them before scientists find them. They use talk or force to keep everyone safe. Plus, he gets paid, which helps since he has a sister to feed. Extra cash is always good. Yuu agrees to the deal and walks into his classroom. He thinks he can pretend to be a model student. That plan instantly dies when he sees Nao and Jijiro are his classmates. It's over. His mask of perfection is totally shattered. At break, Yuu asks how Nao became president as a first-year student. Jijiro says anyone can run, but the job goes to whoever actually takes the responsibility and initiative seriously. They head to the cafeteria because Yuu is sick of eating that weird pizza sauce omelette every single day. The place is packed, so Jijiro decides to cheat the system. He sprints, drops cash, snatches sandwiches, and flies out the window like a maniac. He teleports behind Yuu holding the lunch. He claims they wear armor under their uniforms so they do not die pulling these stupid stunts. They head back to class to eat together. Yuu asks why now has zero friends and eats lunch all alone. Her invisibility only works on one target. To everyone else, she just looks like a violent lunatic beating up someone who is not even fighting back. Naturally, the other students think she is awful. Now shows up, announcing their partner is incoming with a brand new mission. In the council room, a soaking wet guy suddenly drips onto their map. He enters completely silent. He points at a spot, whispers the school name, and leaves without saying another word. Yuu is confused, but they explain he is just their wet collaborator. He finds the targets and identifies exactly what their powers are. They skip class and head straight to Namba High. Nao and Jijiro start their investigation immediately. They interview students, asking if anyone has seen anything weird going on lately. Nao returns, claiming she found a very suspicious guy nearby. She orders Yuu to possess him and check his backpack. They spot the target fleeing with his bag. Yuu hijacks the body and dumps the bag contents onto the ground. Jijiro tackles the guy while Nao digs through the mess on the floor. She finds a sketchy black envelope inside. It contains creepy photos, including one that looks like an X-ray. It reveals exactly what she is wearing underneath. The guy confesses he just bought the pictures. Under pressure, he snitches on the seller, a guy named Ud from Class 2E. They rush the classroom. Ud is the archery club leader, now breaks into his locker and finds a pile of incriminating evidence inside. Now decides to corner him alone, appearing out of thin air. She exposes his crimes and asks why he did it. Ud claims he needed cash for a sick family member, the classic excuse. Now warns him that this path leads to a lab, where he will be treated like a dissected alien from Area 51. It gets worse. Ud tries to snap a blackmail photo, but Yuu possesses him, deletes it, and hands the phone to Nao. Panicking, Ud aims a bow at her face, but Jijiro zooms in and snatches the arrow midair like a boss. The kid surrenders, and the situation is finally handled. Mission accomplished, the group heads back home. On the way, Yuu asks Nao what actually happened to her older brother. She says it is open knowledge and invites him to visit. Next day, they take a long train ride together. They arrive at a massive hospital perched on a scenic cliff. While walking, Nao starts spilling the beans about her tragic backstory. She got a scholarship to a prestigious junior high. Her dad vanished, so her mom raised her and her brother alone. Her brother Kazuki was cool. He just loved music. Kazuki dreamed of being a rock star and was trying to get his band signed to a major label. Suddenly, their mom forced them both into a boarding school. Kazuki was confused since he was planning to move out soon anyway. He admitted he was dumb and only good at guitar. Nao was the genius sibling while he was just average, but their mom begged on her knees. She was visibly broken, desperate for them to just accept it. So Kazuki agreed to save the drama. The school was fancy, but she was totally isolated from him. Anytime she tried to find him, classmates would distract her and pull her away. Weirdly, she had to endure constant medical checkups after classes every single day. Turns out, her brother had the power to manipulate air vibrations. Nao thought she was just attending a regular school, but Kazuki was being tortured in the lab. When she finally saw him years later, his mind was totally shattered. He didn't know her. Her so-called friends were actually undercover agents planted to watch her. They only kept her around as a backup lab rat, just in case she developed powers too. After seeing her brother destroyed, she lost all trust and decided to run away. They enter the room and see him in a disturbing state, screaming and tearing apart his pillows. He thinks he is rocking out, but he is just screaming. A nurse sedates him, making him finally calm down. Now wheels him outside to get some fresh air. She admits she had given up on life until she met the mysterious person who founded their school. That person protects her and pays for the hospital bills. They gave her a safe place to study and live freely. Nao says nobody is curing him. To scientists, they are just batteries. Once a battery is drained, they toss it aside and find a fresh kid to torture. It is a cycle of pure evil that never ends. Yuu returns to the dorms, where Ayumi welcomes him with a massive pot of vegetable curry for dinner. She is hyper-excited about a rare comet passing Earth that only shows up every few centuries. Next morning, Yuu heads to school. Ayumi packs another pizza sauce lunchbox for him. He tells her to stop, claiming he wants to eat at the cafeteria to socialize and make new friends. She looks crushed but agrees to let him buy lunch. At lunch, Jijiro uses his super speed to grab curry for both of them before it sells out. Now interrupts their meal, summoning them to the council room. She says their network picked up intel on a new target with dangerous abilities. The wet hair guy drips in again, points at the map and reveals this target has 2 powers, channeling the dead and controlling fire, a double threat. Talking to ghosts and burning things down, nice combo. Intrigued, the squad heads to a dark alley to investigate the lead. A woman claims she saw an old man chasing Yusa, the famous TV idol, down the street. Yu realizes this is the exact same idol his sister worships. Jijiro completely loses his mind. He reveals he is a massive fanboy, tracking her every move on sketchy fan forums online. Yu tries to be logical, suggesting they just call her record label instead. Now shuts him down instantly. Corporations don't just let random teens meet famous idols. Meanwhile, she scans the area and spots a shady guy turning. She chases him, but he decks her and runs off like a coward. Yu hijacks his body, letting Jijiro slam him into a wall, shattering a few ribs for good measure. Now leans in with a terrifying ultimatum. Talk about Yusa or stay broken forever. He crumbles, admitting the TV station sent him to kidnap her. An ambulance hauls the trash away. A red-headed boy approaches the group. He demands to know their business. Now explains they are hunting for Yusa because she is in serious danger. He asks how they know, so now drops the mutant bomb. The kid is shocked, skeptical, and demands solid proof of their magical claims. Now vanishes right in front of his face. Impressed, he leads them underground where they find Yusa hiding with another guy. Jijiro goes full fanboy mode, but now kicks him aside to talk business. Yusa claims she has blackouts and wakes up in random places, very hangover style. Now realizes her power is mediumship. She is channeling the dead. She asks the boys for details. They explain Yusa's older sister Misei died in an accident. Suddenly, Yusa's eyes change. Her innocent vibe vanishes, replaced by a delinquent glare. Misei takes over, furious her name was mentioned. She starts torching the room until she spots marshmallows and instantly calms down like a toddler. Now confirms Misei possesses her sister to use pyrokinesis. Fire powers plus a ghost sister is a wild combo. She asks about the chasers. Misei admits those goons were her friends. The boys explain the TV station wants a specific cell phone back immediately. Yusa accidentally grabbed it, and it contains juicy texts about corruption and laundering. A famous producer is dirty. If the police saw this phone, he would rot in jail for a long time. But returning it means destroying Yusa's career completely. The industry is full of snakes anyway. Misei threatens to burn the station down for revenge. Now argues that arson usually leads to prison. She suggests a smarter plan. She promises to protect Yusa and still get revenge. She orders the boys to fetch fireproof gear. Later, they arrange a meet with the corrupt producer Dirtbag. He acts gross, so Misei takes over and incinerates his 2 guards instantly. She forces one guard to stab himself and makes the other vanish into thin air. She walks up to the producer, making an invisible force beat him into the dirt. She throws the phone, warning him that hell awaits if he touches Yusa. The coward flees screaming. The plan worked perfectly because the guards were actually Misei's friends. They wore special fire-resistant suits, so the fire was just a dramatic show. Now possessed the 3rd guard to fake the injury. Jijiro used super speed to launch the last guy into a tree. They beat the producer up to sell the idea that Misei is unstoppable. Problem solved, Misei decides transferring schools is the only way to keep Yusa safe now. Once puberty ends, Misei will vanish forever along with the powers. Misei agrees, but the red-haired boy Sho looks totally heartbroken about it. He asks for a private moment with her. He feels guilty for surviving the crash that killed her. He confesses he loved her, but she chose to leave him behind. Misei taps his forehead, tells him to get a life, and accepts the school transfer immediately. Yu heads home, greeted by his overly energetic sister as usual. She is hyped for dinner. They eat. Yu spills the tea about Yusa. Ayumi worships Yusa like a goddess. He mentions the school transfer. Ayumi screams, thrilled she might actually meet her idol. Next morning, Yu wakes up to Ayumi cooking with way too much love. French toast smothered in her secret weapon. The dreaded pizza sauce again. He chokes it down, runs to school and finds Jijiro. The class is buzzing about Yusa's arrival. Yuu wonders what chaos she will bring with her. The teacher introduces the new transfer student, and the fame is undeniable. The class erupts. Kids start dancing until the teacher screams at them. Yusa acts cute, calming the mob with a smile. She admits she will miss class for work, but wants to enjoy school life anyway. She sits next to Nao, and the class swarms her like zombies. Later, Nao appears with a new mission led. She invites Yusa to join the squad immediately. They gather in the council room for the briefing. The soaking wet informant drips onto the map again. This target has telekinesis, the ability to move stuff with his brain. Yusa asks what that actually means. Yuu explains it, and now pinpoints the suspect based on the map location and recent rumors. She shows photos of Arifumi, a baseball pitcher from another academy. He is getting famous for his insane performance in the last 3 games, aiming for the pros. Now analyzed the footage in slow motion and found the cheating. His grip is wrong for the pitches he throws, proving manipulation. He is using telekinesis to control the ball midair. Now is determined to shut this fraud down now. The group corners Arifumi at his school. Now tells him to stop cheating. If he goes pro, the cameras will catch him and scientists will abduct him. He would be kicked off the team and his life ruined. She tells him to rely on talent, not tricks. He laughs, mocking their warning as total nonsense. Now gets serious, turning invisible right in front of his face. Misei hijacks Yusa's body, summoning a fireball to scare him. Yuu tries to mediate, but Misei spits on the ground. Jijiro fanboys over the spit because he is disgusting. Arifumi stands there totally confused. He tries to understand the personality switch, focusing on the wrong details like an idiot. Now keeps pressing. If he keeps this up, the government will turn him into a lab rat, testing him until his brain melts out of his ears. Arifumi is shaken, but listens when she proposes a baseball match against her school team. If he wins, they leave him alone to cheat. If he loses, he quits using powers. He accepts the challenge. They agree to meet next Sunday. High noon at the field. On the way back, Yuu asks if their team can actually hit those magic pitches. Now admits their team is normal trash. To win, the council must infiltrate the roster and use their powers to cheat right back, including Yuu. Sunday comes and the teams line up for the showdown. The game starts and it is surprisingly somewhat balanced. Arifumi's team struggles with basic pitches, but Arifumi throws unhittable magic balls. Now starts roasting her own teammates, complaining they suck, even though they are trying their best. When the players get annoyed at her, she makes Yuu possess them to fix their attitudes and force them back into the game. As the game continues, they notice the opposing catcher is a beast, catching those magic balls without any powers at all. The match gets intense as they trade points back and forth. Now decides it is time to start cheating to make things interesting. She orders Yuu to possess a batter and score. Yuu hits it, but the catcher reacts fast, tagging him out immediately. Final round, it is Jijiro's turn to bat now. Now tells him to bunt lightly and use his super speed to steal the base. Jijiro does it, smashing his face into the dirt safely. Misei and Nao get hits too. Now it is Yuu's turn to score the winning point. He asks Nao for a plan. She tells him to just entertain her. Yuu fights hard, fouling off pitches to tie the count up. But Arifumi uses his power on the final pitch, making the ball wobble. Yuu swings and misses, but the catcher drops the unpredictable ball. Misei runs home and they win. Yuu feels weirdly happy about the victory, wondering why he cares so much. They confront Arifumi. Since he lost, he has to stop using powers. He accepts his defeat like a man. Arifumi drops a bombshell, admitting he is actually a garbage pitcher. His catcher friend Takato is the real prodigy who actually belongs in the major leagues. He stayed out of loyalty, dragging his friend up with him, even though their school team is objectively terrible and hopeless. Now tells him to sit on the bench and cheer. He can brag about knowing the star player one day. Arifumi swears off the superpowers and rejoins the team to play fair for once. Before leaving, Nao asks Yuu to hijack Arifumi's body briefly. She wants to run a quick little experiment. Yuu possesses him for 5 seconds, then snaps back, asking what the point was. Nao stays mysterious, telling him he has to wait to find out. Yuu goes home to eat. He binges Yusa's new commercial and music video like a total simp. A few days later, the class is swarming Yusa again, treating her like the second coming of Christ. Meanwhile, Nao is in her own little bubble, blasting music through her headphones to ignore society. A squad of mean girls marches up. They drag her out of class and haul her behind the school. Yuu gets nosy and decides to stalk them, watching from a safe corner. He witnesses a brutal scene. The girls corner now and start beating the absolute trash out of her. After they finish kicking her while she is down, they walk away casually. Yuu runs over, asking what that beating was about. Now stays on the floor, coldly explaining that her aggressive methods have made her public enemy number one. People hate her guts now. Now they take revenge by jumping her in groups. Yuu recalls how she beat him up once and understands the karma. Still, getting stomped is ridiculous. He asks why she refuses to fight back or even defend herself. She claims she lacks the energy for it. Suddenly, she gets a ping from the wet collaborator guy and heads straight to the council room. She gathers the squad. Yuu stares at her bruised face, looking worried. Miss A appears. She suggests they go scorch the attackers for revenge. Now stays chill, refusing to retaliate, and changes the subject immediately. The drippy kid materializes out of nowhere again, bringing some fresh intel. He drops a map, pointing a wet finger at a mountainous region. The new target supposedly has the ability to fly. Now is already tracking this specific weirdo. She lays out a document showing multiple recent reports of a winged man soaring over the mountains like a cryptid. These sightings are currently circulating on shady occult forums and weird conspiracy theorist groups. But if this continues, the media will eventually pick up the story. So they need to shut this down immediately. Yuu gets dragged to the supermarket to help shop for the camping trip. Now buys an insane amount of corn. She claims barbecue requires corn. She hits the meat aisle, grabbing steaks, ribs, and endless piles of sausages. Yuu tries to be healthy, sneaking in some green vegetables. They start bickering over the ingredients. Jijiro and Yusa watch from afar, joking that they look like an old married couple. Just totally synced up. Jijiro pivots, celebrating that he finally scored some rare alone time with Yusa, which has been his desperate life goal forever. Supplies secured, the squad travels deep into the mountains. Now issues orders. The boys haul the heavy tents while the girls handle the food prep duty. Yuu asks if they are actually sleeping out here. They stay until the target is found. They march to the campsite marked in the magazine. They start setting up base camp immediately. While pitching a tent, Yuu almost falls into a deep well. Now bursts out laughing, mocking his near-death experience. She claims watching him fall would have been hilarious. They spend the rest of the day cooking, eating, and actually bonding. Night falls. Yuu realizes now has wandered off and goes to find her. He walks the woods and finds a cliff. Now is sitting there alone, listening to headphones under starry sky. The view is absolutely stunning from up there. Yuu sits down beside her. He asks what she is listening to. She hands him the player so he can listen. It is a post-rock band called Zind. It was her brother's favorite before he cracked. Yuu hits play and feels something intense. It sounds like loneliness mixed with freedom. The music hits deep and he praises the sound. Seeing his reaction, now lights up and gives him the player as a gift. She mentions the vocalist is blind, which might explain the raw depth in the music. Yuu realizes this is the first time he has seen Now look genuinely happy. She opens up, admitting that right now she just spends her days filming idiots misusing their powers. Like he did. But her real dream is to film a music video for Zind. After the bonding moment, they return to camp. Now sets up a watch rotation. 4-hour shifts, the boys get to sleep first. During his sleep, Yuu has a weird dream that stirs his subconscious. A mysterious brother appears next to Ayumi, triggering massive nostalgia. He wakes up wondering what it means. Next day, they catch fish and cook over an open fire. They take baths. Yuu notices Jijiro is surprisingly ripped and shredded under his shirt. Jijiro explains he wears protective armor because of his reckless speed. He needs muscle to handle the impact. Yuu decides he wants to go home. He is worried about his sister being alone. Now forbids it, telling him to chill because the mission will definitely end tomorrow. Next day, a random guy in blue clothes walks up. He asks what they are doing. Now lies, claiming they are runaways living in the woods. The guy calls their bluff. He threatens to call the cops to drag them back home. Now fires back that he will get arrested too. He is confused and asks why. She explains this is private property, and he looks extremely suspicious here. He tries to make up a lame excuse, but now instantly exposes him. She asks if he can fly. She knows. He picked these mountains to train secretly, far from people. But when he saw campers who refused to leave, he panicked and tried to scare them off. The guy laughs nervously, claiming that is total nonsense. Now blocks him, revealing she recorded him using his powers on camera. It is all recorded. He snaps, lunging at her to snatch the evidence. But he trips and falls straight into that deep well now hid earlier. It was a perfect trap. Trapped, he is forced to use his flying power. He rockets out of the pit, charging now for the camera. Yuu yells at Jijiro, but he can't use speed this close. The guy grabs the camera and flies away. Yuu activates his possession. He hijacks the guy, but momentum drags his real body along. He wakes up staring at the city far below. Falling to his death, Yuu desperately figures out how to use the flying power, braking hard to save his own life. He snaps back to his body, and the guy crashes with only minor scratches. The group surrounds the fallen flyer. They reveal their identity and explain they are protectors. They warn that powers eventually vanish. If it happens mid-flight, he is dead. They also mention scientists want to dissect him like a frog, to figure out how he defies gravity. Now says she refuses to be a lab experiment. The guy, Sato, thought he was the only special one alive. He dreamed he was the chosen hero, Sato of the skies. Everyone looks at him with pure embarrassment. They pack up and head home. Yuu returns to Ayumi, who looks surprisingly grumpy. She is still the best sister though, serving him a bowl of homemade vegetable noodles. Yuu sees no toxic pizza sauce and thanks God. He asks why. She admits they ran out of the secret ingredient, and for some reason, the security guard refused to let her leave to buy more. Yuu mentally blesses that guard for saving his life and tells Ayumi the food tastes amazing without it. She drops some gossip, mentioning a classmate asked her out. She rejected him cold. Yuu says she missed a major life event. He is totally fine with it. Suddenly, Ayumi sneezes, launching germs everywhere. Yuu checks her forehead. She has a fever. He dopes her up with medicine and tucks her into bed. Next morning, she is still burning up. Yuu orders her to stay put, calls in her sick day, and heads to school alone. He pretends everything is totally normal. Lunchtime brings the soaking wet informant. He points at the dorms on the map. The new ability is called Collapse, which sounds absolutely terrified to everyone involved. Yuu panics immediately. Collapse does not sound like a fun party trick. It sounds like total structural failure. Now says powers awakening here is the point, but finding a student in the dorms is suspicious. Why is someone skipping class right now? Yuu suggests maybe someone is sick home alone. His stomach drops as he remembers Ayumi. Now notices he looks sick. He admits his little sister is currently home alone with a fever. Panic sets in. Now drops a bomb. Siblings usually develop powers together. They decide to investigate immediately. Yuu wants to bring Yusa to cheer Ayumi up but wants Jijiro to stay far away. He is too loud. He briefly considers possessing Jijiro and jumping off a roof, but now interrupts his murderous thoughts. She asks Jijiro to check the window for danger. When he looks, she Sparta kicks him out of the building. She calls an ambulance while Yusa stands there traumatized by the violence. They buy rice porridge for the sick kid. Yuu realizes Yusa is lonely without her sister and now is basically an orphan with trust issues. He feels bad for these broken people. He makes a decision. He insists they all shop for groceries and eat dinner together tonight. After buying overpriced food, they reach the dorm. Yuu begs Yusa to hide her aura so Ayumi does not explode from excitement. Yusa puts on a mask and glasses, calling herself Superman, which is adorable but stupid. Inside, Ayumi's classmates are visiting. The class rep introduces herself, then Okawa stands up, the guy Ayumi rejected. He still orbits her like a sad puppy. There is also Kanishi, a purple-haired girl radiating pure jealousy. They finally leave. Now enters and says hello. The two sit down, chatting happily together. Yusa reveals herself. Ayumi recognizes her and instantly projectile nosebleeds from joy. Now plugs the leak and they finally eat dinner peacefully. Yusa leaves for work, now helps wash dishes. Ayumi asks if they are dating, trying to stir the pot. Awkward. They both deny it with robotically neutral faces. They drug Ayumi with medicine and tuck her into bed, hoping she sleeps. She refuses to sleep, mentioning a nightmare. now almost asks for details but drags Yuu outside instead. She tells him to interrogate his sister because the dream might be a symptom of awakening. She is definitely a strong candidate for powers. Yuu asks about the nightmare. Ayumi says the ground and walls were cracking and shattering around her. Next day, the squad agrees this sounds dangerous. The power might be self-destructive. They decide to quarantine Ayumi in the dorms to prevent a catastrophe. Next morning, Ayumi feels fine and begs to go to school. Yuu orders one more rest day. She hates it, waits for him to leave, and sneaks out immediately like a rebellious teenager. Yuu is eating lunch when Now calls. She summons him to the office, revealing Ayumi is at school. Panic mode engages. The squad sprints to the middle school building to intercept her before disaster strikes. Kawa corners Ayumi at lunch, but her friends save her. She runs into Kanishi, who is fuming with rage. She wanted Kawa, but he only cares about Ayumi, so now she wants blood. It is a classic jealous rage. Kanishi pulls a box cutter, deciding murder is the answer. Ayumi tries to talk her down but flees to the roof. The door is locked, trapping her with the crazy girl. Kanishi advances with the blade. Panic triggers Ayumi's power. The building literally rips apart. Kanishi falls but lands safely. Ayumi is not so lucky. She gets buried under tons of concrete rubble. Yuu arrives, jumping walls to get there. He watches the building crumble in front of his eyes. He sprints into the dust cloud. He digs through the debris, finding his little sister crushed. Yuu wakes up in the hospital. He asks for Ayumi. The doctors break the news. She is gone. He goes into complete shock. He sleepwalks through the funeral and returns to a silent dorm. It is empty now. He finds the leftover pizza sauce curry. He breaks down, eating it while sobbing, wondering if she knew he loved her. He cries himself to sleep. Next morning, he wakes up looking like a zombie. He finds a stash of instant noodles. He decides that is his life now. Weeks pass, he rots in his room. He is surrounded by trash and darkness, completely shutting down his connection to the world. Jijiro and Yusa bring food, but he ignores them. Misei tries to break down the door to talk sense into him, but the reinforced steel holds. Even she realizes he is too broken to reach right now. They leave him to rot. They send his old crush to cheer him up. He looks through her with dead eyes. He asks her to buy him cup noodles. She gets offended, yelling she isn't his mom. She leaves angry. Yuu goes back to staring at the wall in silence. Total isolation. Starving, he finally leaves the room to restock. Guards and the supervisor are waiting to ambush him. He possesses one, knocks the other out, and bails on the situation. He drains his bank account and goes off the grid to disappear. He hides in a net cafe, living the cliché runaway life. He eventually gets bored. He wanders outside for fresh air. He eats sweet dangos and gets hooked on first-person shooter games. He starts loving the virtual violence a little too much. Two guys hog his favorite arcade machine and his patience snaps. He picks a fight. They drag him under a bridge to beat him. Big mistake. He possesses them, making them beat each other up. He wins, stabbing the last guy in the leg with his dango skewers. The gang leader shows up to avenge his goons. Yuu destroys the entire gang effortlessly. He is unstoppable. Yuu dominates the fight, leaving bodies everywhere. He threatens to blind the boss with a skewer, asking if he wants to be a pirate. The boss is terrified. Yuu spirals, hunting down gangs just to beat them up and feel something. One day, he finds a thug carrying drugs. He figures why not hit rock bottom. Suddenly, a familiar foot smashes into his face. Now stands over him, saying he crossed the line. He asks how long. She has been stalking him since day one. She watched him rot in the cafe, rage in the arcade, and stab people. She blames herself for Ayumi's death. She refuses to let him turn into a junkie. Yuu finally snaps out of it. He asks what he should do now. She offers him healthy food. He says no. She makes a deal. Take one bite and she leaves him alone forever. Yuu heads to Jijiro's house, which is totally empty for the night. They enter. Now tells him to watch TV while she cooks dinner. Later, he eats the omelette rice. One bite in, he realizes it tastes exactly like his sister's toxic cooking because of that secret sauce. Now admits she actually stole the recipe book from Ayumi's room earlier. She thinks Ayumi was trying to recreate their mom's food just to make Yuu happy. Yuu remembers the last lunch Ayumi ever made for him. He complained then, but now he just cries. It was her final meal made with love, so he forces it down while sobbing uncontrollably. She hands him tissues and lets him have a moment. Yuu asks what he should do now. Now suggests rejoining the student council. He recalls their deal to quit, wondering if she manipulated this entire situation from the start. Now argues that he ate the food, so clearly he is desperate to get back to work. Yuu laughs, thanks her, and agrees to join up. Next day he cleans up and finally leaves the house. He says goodbye to Ayumi's memory and heads to school, welcomed back by the squad. The class is jealous because the school goddess is talking to him. Yuu laughs, realizing his creepy fan club is still stalking him exactly like before. At lunch, he shares a special beef curry with Jijiro, just like the good old days before the tragedy struck. Yuu sees everyone trying to be nice, and he actually really appreciates the effort. Now texts them to meet up in the student council room. They expect a mission, but it is just Yusa. She wants feedback on her brand new music video release. Jijiro nearly ascends to heaven while the group watches the video clip together. Yuu asks Jijiro for his honest fan review. Silence, the dude is just frozen in pure bliss. Now rates it 8 out of 10, deducting points for acting cute at school. Now reveals the real reason she summoned the squad here. She needs a +1 for a concert tomorrow. She flashes 2 tickets, demanding a decision. Everyone starts bailing immediately. Yusa claims she does not understand rock music. Jijiro only listens to heavy metal, so he passes. Yuu is the only victim left, so he reluctantly agrees to go. Walking home, Yuu bumps into a blind, red-headed girl. She hates it when people dodge her. Her voice triggers a memory. It sounds exactly like the singer from that band on Now's MP3 player. He almost asks if she is the famous singer, but she interrupts, asking where to buy some weird specific food item. She wants a modern version of okonomiyaki with yakisoba noodles. He guides her to a restaurant. He orders food for himself, feeling nostalgic. He instinctively wants to text Ayumi that he will be late for dinner. The grief hits him hard and he sighs very loudly. She hears him. She reveals she is Sala, the lead singer. She senses his pain and offers to listen. Outside, he finally opens up about his sister. She says someone must have pulled him out of the dark. He immediately thinks of Nao. He remembers Nao's insane brother Kazuki and asks a favor. He explains Kazuki was a guitarist who loved her music before he completely lost his mind in the hospital. He asks her to visit him. She warmly agrees instantly. Yuu calls Nao, telling her he found the singer and invites her to come along. Nao says she likes the music but hates meeting celebrities, so she passes. Yuu tells her to head to the hospital instead because they are coming there. On the way, Sala shares her dark past. She claims she traded her eyesight to God in exchange for her massive musical success. At the hospital, her singing gives Kazuki a moment of clarity. He actually remembers his sister. Yuu walks Sala home and calls Nao to report the absolute miracle he witnessed. Nao already knows. She sprinted to the hospital and saw it happen from a distance, hiding. She thanks Yuu for saving her brother and tells him to enjoy the concert. Sala's manager picks her up, scolding her for wandering off. She says goodbye, hoping to see Yuu again. He promises to attend the show. She smiles, sensing it. Next day, Yuu and Nao hang out before the show. They buy overpriced band merchandise and finally enter the crowded concert venue. Sala performs it. She sings, and Yuu starts feeling weird in the middle of it. A wave of nostalgia hits him as she switches to a new song. For some reason, he already knows this track. Sala begins singing, and Yuu recognizes it deep in his soul. It feels familiar, and then suddenly, memories flood his brain, and he collapses to the floor. He enters a dream, reliving memories of a secret facility full of mutant children like him. In the dream, he wakes up next to Ayumi, who is listening to Yusa's music happily. They head to lunch, and Yuu starts whining. He says the food tastes like chemicals used to boost their powers. Ayumi says curry brings happiness anyway, wishing their big brother Shunsuke was eating with them. Shunsuke is missing today. Yuu whispers to Ayumi that his power is dangerous, which is why they watch him. He reveals that time travel is real. At lunch, he sits next to Kumagami, Shunsuke's best friend with long hair. Shunsuke calls him Pooh because his name sounds like bear in Japanese. Yuu believes Pooh is hiding a massive power. If scientists find out, they will lock him up in a lab forever. His power allows him to absorb the special abilities of anyone he possesses. This talent is the master plan. Yuu joins the kids, including Pooh, aiming to protect Shunsuke so he can build a future. Pooh hands him a target list. Yuu needs to steal a telepathy ability. He also hands him a destruction spray. Yuu returns to his room, but scientists ambush them, dragging Ayumi away for her scheduled experiments immediately. They lock Yuu inside totally alone. Later, loud alarms and chaos scream through the facility. A scientist enters, revealing he knows exactly what Yuu can truly do. He claims Ayumi's power activated, collapsing the entire cell block instantly. They plan to dissect her. Yuu sprints to find his brother, meeting Shichino, a boy who can phase through any solid wall. He lets Yuu steal his power and tells him to grab telekinesis. Yuu frees Shunsuke. Shunsuke triggers his time leap just as the base security guards strike Yuu down. Yuu wakes up in a hospital, totally confused. He remembers the feeling of having an older brother was real. It was all real. A brown-haired guy appears, noting that Yuu finally has his memories back. It is Kumagami, the dripping wet guy who always locates the targets. Yuu asks if it was real. Kumagami says he should ask his brother. But first, he mentions Yuu's dead little sister. Yuu gets angry. How can they save a dead girl? Kumagami explains the plan. Yuu needs to understand Shunsuke's time ability better. Now that his memory is back, now asks if this is the same Shunsuke she knows. Kumagami nods yes. He is the guy who saved Now and founded the school. He leads them to a high-tech secret base in the forest. Yuu meets his brother, realizing he is completely blind. Yuu is still suspicious of everything. Shunsuke greets Now, praising her for hard work. He asks Yuu to sit and listen to the full story. He woke up 3 years ago before the capture, living peacefully with his siblings again. He found Pooh and gathered the mutant squad. But they were just kids fighting armed soldiers. They failed very miserably. Shunsuke kept failing, creating new plans and jumping back in time to try again. He did it over and over. His vision faded with every jump. Finally, he decided to buy a safe zone to protect the powered kids. He succeeded, but the price was his total blindness. He asked his friends to wipe his siblings' memories of him, allowing him to work from the shadows to keep them safe. He begs Yuu to time travel back to the day Ayumi got sick and save her life. He says once the timeline resets, Yuu must find him and explain everything so he can help again. Yuu asks Now if she knew this whole time. She admits yes because Kumagami's intel was way too accurate to be accidental. They realized Yuu's true power wasn't just possession, but kept it secret for a reason. They feared he would turn into a monster if he started stealing abilities recklessly. Yuu steals Shunsuke's time leap power and wakes up back in the past, right beside sick Ayumi. Next day, he acts totally normal at school. Kumagami drips in, reporting a student with the collapse ability hiding in the dorms again. Yuu knows it is his sister. He grabs Now and uses her to intercept immediately. The squad assembles, but Yuu pulls Now aside for a private chat. He asks if she would believe him if he claimed he was a time traveler from a tragic future. She says yes, instantly believing him. He thanks her for saving his life in the other timeline where he was broken. He asks for help. Next day, the team executes a raid on Ayumi's school to prevent the disaster. Yuu steals Ayumi's collapse power beforehand, so she can't destroy the building accidentally like last time. He hides in a closet near the roof access. He waits for the crazy girl Kanishi. When she attacks, Yuu jumps out. He scares Kanishi off, while Now intimidates her with a box cutter, saving Ayumi from being buried alive again. Kumagami and his driver Spot use heroics and realize the timeline has been altered. They approach him. Yuu confirms he is a time traveler by calling Kumagami by his secret nickname, Pooh. They decide to visit Shunsuke immediately. They drive to the mountains to meet the blind leader. Shunsuke thinks Yuu just unlocked his looting power naturally, but Yuu explains the time travel truth. Shunsuke believes him, admitting that retaining memories across timelines is rare but possible. He reveals he must stay locked in the base forever. Yuu asks why. Shunsuke explains he is now a target for every government on Earth. Yuu is confused. Shunsuke explains Yuu now holds the ultimate power of looting abilities. Plus time travel, he is a living weapon of mass destruction. Organizations will hunt him down to use him for war. This facility is the only safe place in Japan for someone that dangerous. They tour the lab together. They meet the doctor. He is the exact same guy who saved Yuu in the previous timeline's future. The team is developing a vaccine to stop children from ever developing these cursed superpowers again. Yuu asks if powers are a sickness. He mentions the long-period comet theory he heard about. Ayumi admits she loves studying astronomy. The doctor explains the Charlotte comet passes Earth every 75 years, dusting the planet with particles. The dust triggers dormant DNA in inhaling teenagers. It activates powers during puberty when emotions run high. It is basically space dust causing genetic mutations in emotional kids. 4 centuries ago, the comet passed close, sparking the witch trials as people panicked over mutants. The vaccine will neutralize the dust effects, ensuring future generations remain normal humans instead of witches. Yuu agrees to live at the facility with Ayumi, sacrificing his normal life for safety. He introduces his old friends to the new group, hoping to merge his 2 worlds together. Everyone loves Ayumi instantly. She makes Yuu feel like this new life might actually work. They hang out and bond until Kumagami reports a new target. Yuu discovers a secret. Kumagami never needed to be soaking wet to find targets. That was a lie. He faked it to hide his identity. It was Shunsuke's idea to keep him mysterious. Kumagami leaves for the student council alone. Yuu can't join him this time. Kumagami gets a ride from Furuki, the driver. He asks to go to school. Something is wrong. Furuki drives off route. He heads to an abandoned factory instead of the school. Furuki admits he has a secret family. Shunsuke forbids recruiting parents. Families are liabilities. Furuki hid them, but now a foreign mafia has kidnapped them to blackmail him into betraying the group. The criminals demanded Kumagami. Furuki apologizes, but Kumagami tells him to save his family first. At the factory, the thugs reveal one last demand: bring Yuu here. Furuki is forced to comply and is released to fetch him. The mafia tortures Kumagami brutally. They smash his teeth and inject truth serum. They also kidnap now as leverage. They call Shunsuke with a threat. Bring Yuu alone or everyone dies. Furuki's family, Nao and Kumagami are all on the execution list. The group panics, trying to find a solution. Time travel seems like the answer, but they realize Furuki's family was kidnapped way back when the facility was built. Even if Yuu jumps back, the outcome is uncertain. Shichino suggests Yuu go in alone. If it goes bad, he just time jumps. It is the only option left. Go in, try to win, and reset if he fails. Shunsuke tries to convince him, but Yuu starts hyperventilating from the pressure. He admits he is terrified. He almost accidentally triggers the collapse power. He nearly kills everyone in the room with stress. Shunsuke hugs him, promising that if he fails, he can just come back to this exact hug. Calmed down, Yuu enters the factory. He confronts the mafia. He scans the henchmen for powers, confirming they are normal humans. He relaxes his guard slightly. Big mistake, a hidden assassin strikes from behind. Yuu tries to activate time jump, but she slashes his right eye instantly. With his eye destroyed, he loses the ability to time travel forever. He is stuck in this timeline now. He considers using collapse, but the mafia warns that will bury the underground hostages alive. Yuu is checkmated. He tries telekinesis, but the assassin tanks it, stabbing him repeatedly like a slasher villain. Yuu is getting butchered. Desperate, he triggers the collapse anyway, bringing the whole building down. The factory implodes. Miraculously, almost everyone survives the destruction, except Kumagami. He's shielded now with his body, taking the debris impact himself. Shunsuke crawls through the rubble, screaming for his best friend. He finds Kumagami impaled and dying. He begs him to stay alive. Kumagami smiles weakly. He admits he knew Shunsuke invented the nickname Pooh, and then he dies in his arms. 2 days later, Yuu wakes up post-surgery. Shichino delivers the report. Now is safe, Kumagami is dead. Yuu is devastated. He imagines Shunsuke's pain, relating it to losing Ayumi. He starts blaming himself, but his friends tell him to stop. Mistakes were made, but guilt won't fix anything. Ayumi visits, trying to cheer him up with her usual energy. Friends visit him daily. Jijiro and Yusa drop by with food. Misei takes over Yusa's body to talk philosophy. She asks if anything exists after death. She realizes her borrowed time was precious. Later, Misei visits her parents one last time, praising them for raising her, giving her story a sweet closure. Yuu recovers slowly through physical therapy. He visits Shunsuke. His brother is a wreck, utterly destroyed by his best friend's death. But Shunsuke still warns him. Foreign organizations will attack again. Japan is a target. They need to prepare for war. Yuu returns to his room. Now is waiting for him with a radical idea. She suggests he loot every single ability on Earth. If he steals them all, nobody can abuse them. The plan is insane. Travel the globe, steal powers from thousands of kids. The mental strain of absorbing thousands of minds might destroy his brain completely. He might lose himself entirely. But Yuu realizes it is the only way to save everyone from being weaponized. He agrees to the mission. He will become the monster to save the world. He tells Now he will do it for her. He confesses he loves her. She saved him from the dark, so he caught feelings. Now, she claims she only did it out of guilt. He does not need to sacrifice himself. Yuu insists he made his choice. He is doing this for her, his friends, and the whole world. Now catches feelings too. She demands he return safely. If he survives this, she will be waiting as his girlfriend. If he survives, she is ready for it. To seal the deal, she demands he steal her ability. He obeys, proving he is committed to the insanity. Next day, Yuu tells his brother he has already started the mission. The squad supports him. They will guard Japan while he saves the rest of the globe. He preps for the impossible trip. He accepts a translation phrasebook and swears to keep his word no matter what. Whatever happens, he starts in Singapore, buying a list of local mutants. He hits the Philippines, stealing mind-reading powers from a local boss. He finds intel on a kid named Angelo, who is basically a human radar. He hunts the kid down. Now he has a map showing every mutant on Earth. He begins a relentless grind through the Philippines, looting powers non-stop. Next, he goes to South Africa and crushes several small gangs. The world notices. They call him the One-Eyed Reaper and put a massive bounty on his head. In Egypt, he steals a power that identifies abilities. Now he knows what he is eating. He becomes efficient, stacking buffs like translation, sleep immunity, and a nasty power that forces diseases to get much worse. In Afghanistan, he finds kids whose powers are still dormant inside them. He uses the disease power to force puberty, then steals their abilities immediately. He backtracks to ensure no new mutants spawned. In India, a military squad finally tries to stop his rampage. He wipes the floor with them using force fields and his stacked deck. In Peru, he meets a girl using healing powers for good. He steals it anyway, no mercy. He considers fixing his eye to time travel, but decides not to mess with the timeline again. In Cuba, the mental load gets too heavy. He accidentally triggers collapse. He destroys a building and almost kills a bystander with wild telekinesis before regaining control. He goes to Saudi Arabia to finally sleep. He wakes up with amnesia, having no clue where he is or why. The news shows he went on a sleepwalking rampage, destroying everything in sight. He decides sleep is for the weak. He arrives in Italy exhausted. He sits down, but the mafia immediately attacks him with guns. Fighting back, he questions his existence. Why is he doing this? What is the actual point? He looks at the translation book. He tries to remember now, but her face is blurry. He can't remember her, but he knows she matters. He keeps grinding. A year of looting and fighting passes. Yuu is mentally broken, but the ghost of his feelings for now drags him toward the finish line. Finally, he steals courage from the last girl on Earth and collapses instantly. Shunsuke swoops in, flying his brother back to Japan. He wakes up in the hospital asking now who she is. She smiles, claiming the girlfriend title despite his total amnesia. She explains the student council days and the flashcard book. He kept the book as a charm. She thanks him and takes him to his friends. That is the ending. This anime is honestly a masterpiece. It is in my top 5 forever. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe to the channel and tell me what power you want. I would definitely pick time travel. Anyway, I am done. Peace. God bless. Thanks. See ya.